What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Clowns Talking Sports. I'm your host, Meej, with my boy, DeMarcus.
What's up, guys? Today we're talking about fantasy sleepers.
And a special value pick who I love. And you know, let's jump right into it. I don't want to keep you waiting.
Who is it?
Pick number 1. Boston Scott. You're not going to believe it. Because we love Boston Scott.
Why do you love him so much?
Because there have been reports of him splitting reps with Miles Sanders.
Wow.
And
Darren
you know what?
Sproles type role.
I love Darren Sproles. I love Boston Scott. The one time I started him last season, gave me a solid 20-point outing against the Giants.
Damn.
You love to see it, right?
He's a good player. He's a good player.
He's a great player. I think he's very underrated. Round 6 pick, you know? I mean, come on. Reports of him splitting first-team reps with Miles Sanders. And we all know Miles Sanders has had trouble, right? We know.
Yeah, he kind of... He's
a shaky pick every year.
Especially with Hurts taking the rushing upside, too.
Exactly. And
some goal line carries could go to Hurts for sure.
Exactly. And it's not like Miles Sanders hasn't been hurt before. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
that's why I started him last season. Miles Sanders went down. I put him in Boston Scott. I mean, and he's going to be available everywhere, right? I drafted him in a 12-man league in the 15th round.
And I know everyone says this, but Sanders is that big play guy. Like, if he doesn't get that 100-yard rush in the game, he's not scoring over 20 points.
I mean, you're right about that. You know, I mean, sure, he gets a little bit of receiving work, but I'm hearing that Boston Scott, he's picking it up. He's showing out in training camp. He's putting first-team reps.
I love it.
I love him. That's
who's next?
Sleeper number 1. Now we're going to your boy. You know who it is. Sami Watkins. Hit me with it.
Oh, I love it. So, Rashad Bateman hurt, getting groin surgery. Watkins out with the hamstring, hasn't been to training camp. The only other target is Mark Andrews, and Dobbins out of the backfield, but Lamar doesn't check down. So, I love Sami Watkins this year. And there are reports that he's been playing out of his mind in camp. So, I love it.
I mean, I gotta agree with you. I mean, he's another guy that's available in almost every draft. I mean, the only person I've seen him, the only time I've seen him drafted is with you. So
yeah, in the 12-man.
We haven't seen him. Didn't get too much work with the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs are just a powerhouse.
Well, it's hard too. You got Kelsey and Tyree Kill, so
yeah,
they're open all the time.
He was hurt a little bit. Like, let's just be honest. Last season,
yeah,
he wasn't fully healthy. But now we're hearing reports that he's back. He's balling out at training camp. I'm loving him.
And he's talented. He's a good player. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, we're like a couple years removed from one of the best receivers in the league. Like, he had that 1,000-yard season. I mean, why can't he go back to it? 8 TDs in 2017. I mean, that's not that long ago.
Damn.
Now he's on a powerhouse team with actual targets available. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Here's another guy I like, right? No one's talking about him. Philip Lindsay.
Oh, yeah. I completely forgot about Houston's backfield. All I knew was Mark Ingram and David Johnson were there, 2 absolute old heads.
It's true.
And Lindsay's a decent player. Like, he's not bad. And if you give him the volume, like, I like him.
I know. I mean, dude, 2019, 1,000-yard season and 17.
One of the best undrafted running back seasons of all time.
All time. He's 2018, 9 TDs, 1,300 yards. I mean, come on. And now we're
dude. That's
Houston,
a solid year. It's an RB1 year.
It's a little bit of a shaky offense. Like, let's not lie, right? I mean, we don't know what's going on with Deshaun Watson.
What is he playing? Probably, maybe. We hope for fantasy sake.
We hope for fantasy sake, but depending on the situation, we want what's right to happen.
Exactly, definitely, 100%.
Yeah.
If he's found guilty, he should not play.
Exactly.
Like Big Ben, get him out.
Like Big Ben, get him out. Sorry, Steelers fans. But Philip Lindsay, I mean, he's competing with Mark Ingram, right? I mean, sure, Mark Ingram, he's not a bad player, but he's old. He's getting up there.
He's had flat. Yeah, he's old. He's had
He's
flashes
31.
of being good.
He's 31. I mean, But last season, not great. 300 yards total on the season. Sure, I believe he was hurt, obviously.
He was hurt. He had Dobbins come in, and obviously playing with Lamar, it's tough.
Yeah, but, he's not... He's old. He's washed.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I feel like you don't really come back after a season like that, especially toward the tail end of your career.
Exactly. And the other guy that's in there, it's not like he hasn't been hurt. David Johnson's hurt. He sneezes and he's hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? And I'm a huge David Johnson fan. I took him 3rd overall a couple of years ago. I mean,
wow.
He's not the same player.
I mean,
not the same
he
player.
didn't have a horrible season. He had some good games last year, but...
He had some good games towards the beginning, but then I guess he was hurt again. I mean...
I like Lindsay more.
Poor guy can't stay healthy. I mean, Philip Lindsay's another guy you can grab in like the 13th to 15th rounds. I mean,
probably he goes undrafted in most drafts. Probably
goes undrafted in most drafts. That's what happened with me in the latest draft I did. And speaking of this, I'm just gonna point this out. Wasn't even planned. Jameis Winston's balling out right now. Just thought I would put that out there.
He is.
He's balling out, right?
I'd rather have him as a quarterback than Taysom Hill.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if you some of these deeper leagues we're talking about, I would go Jameis. I'd be comfortable with Jameis Winston in a super flex.
If Jameis Winston was the for sure number one starter, I would take him and take his 40 touchdown
upside,
15
right
pick season.
I mean, yeah, he's a good player. He's got a good offense. We don't know what's going on with Michael Thomas, but he is in a good offense. I mean, Alvin Kamara's a top 5 running back in the league.
Yeah. And apparently that kid Callaway is pretty good. Marquez Callaway, also another sleeper.
He's balling out right now, too.
I've seen reports he's balling out, but I don't know much about him. All I know is that he's literally the only option right now. Him and that kid Troutman, which is pretty much a blocking tight end.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Troutman, he just got hurt in the game that we've been talking about.
Oh, he did?
He got carted off leg injury. We don't know what's going on. We got to wait for reports, but sorry, Troutman lovers. We got to see what happens.
I wasn't huge on him, to be honest.
Neither was I. But moving on, your boy. We're talking about your boy, Darnell Mooney.
Oh my! Don't even get me started. I love this kid.
Anthony Miller is gone out of the Chicago offense.
Good.
He's getting a major upgrade in QB and in Justin Fields. I know Dalton's playing right now, but Justin Fields is going to be a
Justin
franchise
Fields
talent.
Needs to start. He's going to be really good. Same with Trey Lance. But back to Darnell Mooney, dude. He was cooking Jalen Ramsey.
And one of the only people we've seen do that.
Exactly.
In limited showing.
That's why he's so special. Just how quick he is, how much of a hard work he is. I love everything about the kid.
And
I hope he has a breakout season.
Hearing reports that he's balling out in training camp, running around like a fiend, running routes like a fiend, okay? Looking amazing.
People are comparing him to Tyree Kill. I wouldn't go that far, at least not yet. He's not even the number one receiver on his team, but I feel like he has the potential to be that type of player.
Exactly. And bold prediction right now. Top 25 wide receiver in Darnell Mooney this season.
That's bold.
I gotta go there.
It really all depends on his quarterback play.
Exactly.
Can they establish the run? Can they get him the ball? And if those answers are yes, then he definitely has potential to be top 25.
Exactly.
Him and Allen Robinson, but Allen Robinson's top 15 anyway.
Allen Robinson balls out anyway. I mean,
yeah.
We were shaky about him just because of the quarterback play last year, but he was balling out anyway. One of his best seasons to date. I still like him a lot. Moving on to my favorite value pick of the draft, Antonio Brown.
Oh yeah, me too.
Business is booming. We see Godwin and Evans. Sorry to cut you off, but I gotta go on a rant here.
Yeah, go for it.
We see Godwin and Evans going in the 3rd and 4th round.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, once Antonio Brown was on this team, Tom Brady was hooking up Antonio Brown as the number 1 target.
He was.
Are we just forgetting?
He was first in air yards in the games he played last season, and people forget that he was on track to be the best wide receiver of all time before he went loony and off the rails of all time. That's fucking... Sorry, excuse my language. I did not mean to say that. That's insane. All time.
You got to think, right? You have to think right now. We're 2 seasons removed from 104 receptions, 1,300 receiving yards, 15 touchdowns. Okay?
Yeah.
And that was with Big Ben as his QB. He's got the greatest QB of all time and probably the best offense that he's ever played in.
And defense.
And
Maybe
defense.
not best defense
Super
of all
Bowl
time, but they're up
champions.
there. They are a very good defense.
They are very good defense. I think ranked third in fantasy, top 10 in NFL all around. You know what we're saying? Of course you do. Antonio Brown, best value pick in the draft. I just don't understand
I'm
why
excited
he's
for
going
this Bucks
so
team
much
again
lower.
this year.
Exactly. I think, and listen,
Now,
we're hearing
how
that Tom
about-
Brady was hurt too. He's going to be fully healthy,
the meniscus,
best of all time.
That was crazy.
And now we know AB's going to have a full off season to learn the offense. He came in the middle of the season. He's still
Scary.
balled out.
It's
and
scary.
guess what? He's coming in, baby. Business is booming.
Now, you already know this hot take I have about Tom Brady.
Hit it. Just hit us with it. Come on.
He could finish as the QB1 overall this season.
And you know what? As though I'm not a big Tom Brady guy just because he's, call me jealous. Okay? But it's true. He's got Chris Godwin, Mike Evans, Antonio Brown, healthy O.J. Howard returning. Gronk is balling out, baby. We got Ronald Jones. Sure, he doesn't catch passes. Guess what? Gio Bernard's brought in. One of the best offensive lines in the league. Guess what? Leonard Fournette brought in.
Lenny.
He's playoff Lenny, regular season Lenny. Guess what?
I love
Super
Lenny.
Bowl champion
I love Lenny.
I love Lenny as well, and that's why I have to agree with you. He's a great pick.
Thank you.
And to be honest, I think we could see a repeat of the Bucs this year.
Yeah, definitely.
They re-signed everybody. They re-signed every single player and added. And now everyone's learning. I mean, come on.
I wouldn't doubt it if they won again.
I wouldn't doubt it, dude. And finally, just to leave off, I'll hit you with one last one before we end. Jalen Reagor. He was hyped up last season. Things didn't exactly plan out. He was
picked
hurt.
over Jefferson.
Picked over Jefferson. He's got to prove himself. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But in the limited amount of playing time, we saw 400 receiving yards on 31 receptions for 12.8 average. I mean, it's not terrible, right?
That's pretty good.
First season, rookie. And
that
now
going
we got
through a little
Jalen
bit of a
Hurts.
quarterback crisis.
Quarterback crisis is being generous, okay?
Yeah.
It's being generous.
Yeah.
I mean, Jalen Reagor is a guy who was so hyped up, and then he's hurt, and then things got quiet. This is another guy you can just pick up off the waiver wire. You can draft him late round. I'm loving him. 22 years old, 5'11", 200 pounds. I think we could see I don't want to be that guy right now. 1,100 yard season, 9 TDs. What other options are there? For Reagor, what other options are in that offense?
They did pick up Devonta Smith, but that just, honestly,
he
I
could
think that
ball
just
out
helps
as well.
him a bit.
I think that helps him. Because now they're not just going to focus him.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, he was hyped up. I think we got to get some Reagor hype back in here. I mean, sure, call it a reach. Call it whatever you want. He's my sleeper. He's one of my biggest sleepers. He could ball out. I mean, we know Miles Sanders is shaky. We know. But this is a depth chart.
Do we like this Eagles offense, though, or no?
What was that?
Do we like this Eagles offense?
See, here's the thing with the Eagles offense. They're either going to ball out or implode, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I completely agree.
Touching back on what I was saying about Reagor, the wide receiver targets are Greg Ward, Jalen Reagor, and Devonta Smith. Sure, add Travis Fulgham, who was weirdly amazing for like 4 weeks.
Fulgham, yeah.
But
it's odd.
I'm all in on Reagor. I mean, he's got lots of potential. He's healing up. He's injecting himself with the serum. He's back in the lab. And year 2, I think we could see a big improvement, and I guarantee we will. But how much is
Ertz and Goddard do scare me a bit with that target share.
They
Both
do,
of them.
but honestly,
Two pretty solid tight ends.
Dallas Goedert has never been good. Like, ever.
Never?
No. I mean, he's had good weeks, but you just don't hear about him. All I hear about him is avoid Dallas Goedert. His best season to date was in 2019, career high receiving yards of 607.
Oof.
That's not great, okay?
No,
he has
not
1,400 yards to date, career, and 12 touchdowns to date, okay? And Zach Ertz is getting old, okay? I mean, sure, I imagine we see more of Dallas Goedert, but he's not my guy, okay? And honestly, I know we said Reagor was the last one, but I'd rather have Blake Jarwin over Dallas Goedert.
Ooh.
I mean, Cowboys high-powered offense, we know. We get it, okay? Just to leave that name. Just drop that name out there. And I think that's honestly, I think that's a great place to leave it off.
All right.
Thank everybody for watching. We're new. This is episode 2. Trying to get back into the swing of things. Help you guys out with some fantasy situations. I mean,
give you some sleeper picks.
Some sleeper picks, some value picks, Feel free to leave a comment, subscribe if you're feeling it, like the video, it helps us a lot, and we're trying to grow, and that's it. Thanks for tuning in, guys.